Gone are the days when companies like Ford, Toyota, and GM focused on making affordable cars for the masses. Today, these legacy automakers are rolling out more and more expensive vehicles, making it increasingly difficult for middle-class consumers to buy new cars. But this time, these companies have made a huge mistake that could cost them everything. Curious to find out? Let's explore this in today's video. For decades, legacy automakers like Ford, Toyota, and GM have been making cars at scale for the people. Their focus has mainly been on affordable, good-quality cars, with a few more expensive models for those who want a little more luxury. However, this trend is no longer the case today. Legacy automakers are rolling out more and more expensive vehicles, and while selling higher-priced vehicles could mean more profit for these automakers, this move could also be a huge mistake that could end their reign in the market. So why are automakers exponentially increasing the prices of their cars? Selling fewer but more expensive cars means higher profits for the manufacturers. And with the chip shortage causing limited production, automakers are keeping inventory low to keep prices high. But is this a sustainable business model? With fewer middle-class consumers able to buy new cars, automakers risk losing their grip on the market. And if one automaker can take advantage of the situation and roll out cheaper vehicles that more people can afford, they could disrupt the entire industry. According to the Kelley Blue Book for January 2023, the average transaction price for a new car is a whopping $49,388, which is up 5.9% from the previous year. On the other hand, the average price of a used car is now around $27,000. That's a $22,388 difference between the average new car price and the average used car price. And if you think that's bad enough, here's the kicker. The average monthly payment for a new automobile has skyrocketed to a record high of $777, which is almost double the price from late 2019. In fact, the entire world is facing a shocking reality that is not just confined to the US. President Joe Biden is dealing with an inflation crisis that could impact the 2024 election. Europe is also feeling the heat as prices soar to record-breaking levels. Even in Japan, used car prices hit an all-time high last year, and the Chinese market is rapidly embracing electric vehicles, causing consumers to cough up more money in certain areas. It's a global phenomenon that's hard to ignore. Despite facing major setbacks caused by the global shortage of semiconductor chips due to the pandemic, it seems like Ford Motor Company, General Motors Company, and other car manufacturers from all over the world have made an impressive comeback. They have bounced back to record significant profits even after 3 years of struggling to keep their production afloat. Interestingly, these auto giants have decided to keep their promise of limiting production despite the recent ease in the chip bottleneck. Picture this. Despite selling fewer cars than usual, American automakers are raking in the dough like never before. Last year, only 13 million cars were sold in the US, the lowest number in a decade, and an 8% drop from the previous year. But instead of worrying about the slump in sales, car manufacturers like Ford and GM are celebrating. How come? By selling less, but more expensive cars, they've managed to boost their profits to impressive heights. Take Ford, for example. Compared to the previous year, the company's gross profit has surged by 4.4%. And GM, they've increased their adjusted earnings by a whopping $200 million. But it's not just about the money. By reducing their inventory levels from 60 to 100 days to just half that amount, car manufacturers are also streamlining their operations and keeping prices sky high. So while you may not see as many new cars on the road, you can bet that the ones you do see are top-of-the-line luxury vehicles that come with a hefty price tag. And as long as car manufacturers keep their inventory lean and their prices high, they'll continue to reap the benefits of this new business model in which only the rich can afford top-notch vehicles. But don't be fooled by the lure of quick profits. The high-price strategy of these traditional automakers could lead to their downfall in the long run. The high-price strategy of legacy automakers make them more profitable in the short run right now, but it could also signal their demise in the market. As consumers opt for used cars or cheaper vehicles from new entrants, legacy automakers may find themselves with low sales and decreasing profits. Ultimately, the key to success lies in making cars that are affordable to the masses, like Toyota did with the legendary Corolla back in the day. Legacy automakers must embrace this lesson, or risk left being in the dust by new entrants with more appealing options for consumers. Click on one of the 2 videos on the screen right now.